Hello and welcome back to this channel. So in this video, I'll be talking about um, the way the body changes once you have children. For the mother, for the new mother, and it does affect fathers as well, I hear. So fathers also do um, end up gaining weight once they've had the first child. So for a woman, it's obvious. She's been pregnant for 9 months. So obviously her belly has been getting big and bigger and to accommodate the baby growing inside. So her belly will get bigger, obviously. And depending on the person, depending on a woman, every woman is different. They might end up gaining more weight than they expected. Um, So overall, as a woman, you gain some weight. For some people, they end up gaining a lot of weight. It just depends on how your pregnancy went. And then and after even after giving birth, you still have that weight. It doesn't just go away that fast. Although some women tend to lose that weight really fast, and even the belly goes away fast. So I would say lucky them. It's nice to lose all that weight and get your belly back really fast. It's nice as long as it's happening um, in a healthy way. So, but also dads do gain weight. So some people might argue and say, so why do dads gain weight once they become a new dad? Because it makes sense for the mother, for the woman, but how come dads gain weight as well? Well, I don't know the reasons um behind that. So some people might argue saying, well, it's because obviously with a new baby coming into the picture, um you're busy, and it is true. The whole family becomes really busy because your lives change. The things I used to do, you no longer have time to do them because you're busy trying to take care of the dads are really busy trying to take care of their wives or the partner who just had a baby, helping her, you know, look after the baby, just doing whatever he needs to do to help out because there's a lot going on. The mother is busy nursing the baby, or feeding the baby, changing the baby, sleepless nights are happening. And then the dad's, having to go back to work. So there's a lot going on. Parents tend not to have enough sleep, and that just interrupts your routines that you had before having the baby. So say you had a routine of, going to the gym every, like 3 times a day maybe, or twice a day, or 4 times a day. And now it might be really difficult to keep up that routine. And also and then there's a lot of stress going on as well. So for some people, when they're stressed, they might end up eating more than they normally eat. So with eating more because you're stressed, or eating whatever you can find because you're trying to manage everything, and you suddenly don't have enough time to cook, to spend time in the kitchen and cooking that healthy meal that you normally cook. And having to manage work, having to manage work at home. No, not like working from home, but work and like house chores and helping the wife, um with the house chores because she just had a baby. It really is not, it makes no sense for her. Well, it's just some dads are really hands-on, and they don't let their wives, um who just had a baby, to start doing house chores. and especially if the wives had or the partners had C-section. So it's best if the let them just give them time to heal and focus on the baby more. And so when it comes to house chores and shopping and appointments and stuff, so the dads just take on that role. So it's a lot that dads end up doing, and so it's hard for them to keep up with their own nutrition and the workout pattern. So I can see how dads can gain weight as well, you know so it makes sense. You don't really have to be pregnant to to gain weight. You don't have to be the one who carry the baby to, gain weight and have that dad belly as well. So that I think in that sense, it makes sense in that, if you're putting it that way. Um, but for moms, it's clear, you know, she carried the baby and so obviously and in some pregnancies, some women just end up eating a lot, not because it's because of the hormones going on, and that's just how the body is reacting to carrying a whole human being, and you just having lots of cravings and eating whatever your mind or your heart or you feel like eating, because there's so many emotions going on inside the body when you're pregnant and carrying a baby. And every pregnancy is different. um every person is different. Every pregnant woman is different, so depending on how your pregnancy is treating you, you might end up not eating at all, not having appetite to eat at all, and so you might not gain a lot of weight at all. And or some people, when they're pregnant, they will eat but end up throwing up everything. So it's really hard for them to keep anything down after they've eaten or even drinking. And others will just eat a lot, like appetite, lots and lots of appetites. And you just can't stop eating and feeling hungry all the time. And even after eating a heavy meal, an hour later or 30 minutes later, or you feel like eating again, and then you want to snack a lot and you want to eat, lots of pizzas and cakes and chocolates and snacks and ice cream, all these things, you just feel like eating them. And when you have all those, the urges, to eat and cravings, you can't stop it. You can't switch it off. It's the pregnancy making you do all these things. So you just have to go with however you feel. And so, and as at the end of the day, you know, if your pregnancy treated you in a way that it makes you want to eat a lot and all the time, of course you're gonna gain weight, a lot of weight. Um, and then on the other side of that, if your pregnancy doesn't want you to eat anything because you just don't have appetite at all, then you might end up losing weight or not gaining as much. So it just depends on the pregnancy that you're carrying and the type of person you are. So there's a lot of factors involved in that, and it's all fine. It's all fine because at the end of the day, you're carrying a whole human being. It's incredible. Can you imagine carrying another human being like you, but obviously as a baby? It's a lot of responsibilities. It does a lot to the body. Um, you know, because it's just what you one of you and that baby inside you needs you to for survival, right? So everything needs to work properly, everything, because whatever you eat the baby eats as well. So it's a huge responsibility, and so it's just there's no wrong or right way of looking at it when it comes to weight. And so it's not really about focusing on whether you're gaining weight or losing weight, because obviously losing weight, too much weight when you're pregnant, it can be concerning, but it's not about weight really. So here this discussion is just to say how the body changes once once someone is pregnant, whether that means gaining weight, losing weight, or stretch marks, or I don't know, some people have acne, but definitely the body will change. It won't look the same as it used to look, and that happens for both, mostly moms, the one who's been carrying the baby, but also men also do undergo physical changes as well, for the reasons I explained earlier, like this, things, routines change, and there's a lot to do, and there's stress, and so it's possible to gain weight. um so that's all I was going to talk about in this video. So if you have any comments, you can leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.